I had too many tapes, system had to go. VHS or no, VHS or no. So I made this bitchin' show. VHS or no, VHS or no. I'll go through them one by one. VHS or no, VHS or no. And in the process have some fun. VHS or no, VHS or no, VHS. VHS or no.
Hello, welcome to VHS or No. My name is Keenan. Tonight my guest is Mr. Chris Gorton. Say hi.
Hi, I'm Chris Gorton.
Hey. We're feeling a little childish today, so we're going to watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
There's a lot of dark undertones, though.
Yeah, a lot of dark undertones to this movie. Some horrible shit goes down.
Yeah.
And we're gonna watch it all.
The whole thing.
So, VHS or No, Who Framed Roger Rabbit with Mr. Chris Gorton.
Let's do this thing. This is the first movie that I really remember where they blended, like the live action with
Mary Poppins.
That's true. Which is a great movie. Mary
Oh,
Poppins.
I love Mary Poppins. These three of us that be talk, these three of us that be talk, that'd be an interesting backstory. The origin of Mary Poppins.
Kind of like the Wicked of Mary Poppins. That's ours. That's our idea. You heard it here.
Trademark.
Yeah, we're on that.
It had to be really dark.
Oh.
Like her own children died or something, so she's cursed to
Yeah.
travel the world.
But she gets she gets powers.
to be able to do it. Yeah.
So like her curse is that she's really good with children, but she can't have her own ever.
She's barren.
Nobody said you had to go to Toontown anyway.
I wish there was a Toontown.
Who would your Toontown friends be? Like, which tunes would you really
Would
want?
I hang out with?
Yeah.
I would hang out with Doug Funny.
Oh, Doug.
I would hang out with, He-Man.
See,
No.
Boring.
Kind of a
Probably
self-righteous,
really into himself.
oh.
Always looking for somebody to help. You just want to hang out and have a good time. He-Man's not your man. I'd probably maybe hang out with the Animaniacs, but look, maybe only like once a month.
Yeah,
you could take them.
Or separately.
I bet separately. I bet they riff so well off each other that like by themselves they really don't know what
It
they're
was
doing.
really awkward. Daria.
Really?
But I'd have the hots for Daria.
Emo
I'd be like,
hot for
oh god, you're so sarcastic
Yeah. Oh, I
and just
love it. Yeah.
never gonna have a chance to do it. I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna break that
You are
shell.
too cool.
Do you think the extra community were like, there's so many roles for us in this industry, replacing?
I can play a broom.
Yeah. This is like the cartoon comedy version of like Chinatown, which is great.
It's Toontown.
It's Toontown. Yeah.
They never discussed it in this movie because they did it in Cool World, but the whole concept of if you had sex with a cartoon character,
Right. I don't
like
know
what would happen.
What would happen? Did they explain what would happen?
In Cool World, he does it, and then he starts to turn into a cartoon, and then the worlds start to blend together.
It's like a weird STD type of
It is, yeah.
Like,
It's like
wear a condom
werewolf.
if you're gonna fuck
Yeah.
a cartoon, or else
You'll
you become one.
become one. Would you have sex with a cartoon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, does it feel the same? Does it feel inky? Just like dipping your penis into just like a liquidy kind of like little elasticity?
Or just papery?
Yeah, oh,
It's just like it feels like dry paper.
Yeah. Who knows the answer to this fucking question?
If you've ever had sex with a cartoon, please leave it in the comment section.
This is probably the weird, I probably shouldn't even say this on camera, but I always thought Nala from The Lion King was hot. The female lion, where like they do.
That's okay. I had a thing for Chitara.
Well, at least she's a little more anthropomorphic.
Yeah, not an actual animal. No.
But there's that scene where like whatever Simba like rolls her over and she's like looking up and she's got like those like.
And you're like, oh, fuck that cartoon
I
line.
don't even care if it's papery.
Long time no see.
Would not do that.
Nope.
That head.
But I still got it, Eddie. Boop, boop, be-doo.
I love how they do the juxtaposition of Betty Boop, the sex.
Yeah, the old
sexy cartoon.
I still got it.
Yeah. No, that's why you're not on stage right now, Betty. She goes back. She goes has a cigarette.
Oh yeah.
Jessica Rabbit.
I don't think I knew what a boner was when I was a kid, but
I know right now.
yeah.
I would do She-Ra. Going back to our
She-Ra?
She-Ra.
I do She-Ra.
Yeah. I would probably also do Rainbow Bright.
Rainbow Bright? She's a child.
I know, but grown up. Give me a minute to explain. You understand that?
an adult.
Like, I guarantee, like, there's a sexy rainbow anime out there.
I think I had a girlfriend in high school, and she dressed up as Rainbow Bright.
High rainbow
And, yeah,
socks, mini skirt probably.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
See?
Well, that's gonna be
I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
bad for
Yeah. I did mention that I'd have sex with a cartoon lion, so I'm crossing that.
That's a lot of lines. I just read about this thing. There's a cult in Russia, I believe, that worships the female mouse character from
I heard
Rescue
that too.
Rangers.
Yeah. Do they have a reason for it?
They saw her and they think she's the perfect embodiment of femininity. Smart, caring,
Gets her hands dirty.
sexy.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of women are always like, that's a mousy looking woman, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, there are women who look
mousy.
mousy, which isn't a turn off to me.
They're not real mice.
No.
Or
Yeah,
cartoon
or cartoon
mice.
mice. Yeah. I love there's a giant wall between them.
Yeah, it's like East and West
Yeah.
Berlin.
Was there like a meeting of like the head tunes, like the head LA like, mayor
People.
before, like when they're like, we need to put up a wall. We're gonna make it down La Hacienda Highway.
Yep.
Is the line. There was a
That's,
war. There was like a war in 1857. We should make that movie.
The first political
Yeah.
cartoon was drawn and then it came
Yeah.
to life. Yeah, I wonder how the backstory of like, because they're drawn, or are they drawn or are they born?
This is the chicken and the egg.
Yeah. Was Roger Rabbit in a long line? Like, have cartoons always been around, but they just...
Yeah, like what's the conceit of this movie? Is it that people drew them and they come into existence, or is it that they just exist?
Because if everything comes into existence that you draw,
Yeah.
there would be a lot of shitty
You can make-
stick figures
Yeah.
like, walking around.
Right?
It'd be like...
It'd be overrun.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like... I think they'd be used for labor.
God, that's a movie right there. We could do Children of Men, but the cartoon version. No, like there's a law against drawing cartoons because
Yeah.
they come to life, and no one's getting born anymore. So there's one cartoon who learns how to draw, giving him a piece of his own ink. You know, he's
takes
slowly,
it,
he's
yeah.
slowly shrinking just so his
Just so he
toon
can
race
create.
can survive.
He's like the cartoon Jesus.
Yeah.
I give of myself.
Drink of my body.
This whole thing with the shoes, he murders that shoe.
I know. Just to show what sludge can do.
But he murders
I
him
know.
in front of everyone.
Everybody, yeah.
It's a sentient being and he murders it.
Now, do you picture the shoes as like human, or do you picture them as like animal?
Yeah.
Not that it lessens it, but it doesn't. So like if you're murdering an animal, some people like
At least in the 40s it was okay.
yeah.
And how awful is that too? If you're drawn as a baby, you stay a baby
Forever.
forever. Like, does he have sex with that woman?
Can they wear clothes? Like if they're drawn as like a baby in a diaper, can he put on clothes?
Like a suit?
Yeah. Or does someone have to
Or
draw
is
him
he
to
stuck
suit?
in diapers
Yeah.
for the rest of his life?
Do people still show this movie to their kids?
I have a thing with my nephews. Like, I bought my one nephew 3 movies for Christmas that I love.
Yeah.
Like Tremors, Little Monsters, Edward Scissorhands. And I think that's why I keep so many movies. If I have kids, or my nephews at least, I can show them something cool.
A number of years ago, because my cousins, so 10 and like 6, and I tried to get them to watch the Goonies. And I'm like, this movie changed my life when I was a kid, you know? And they were like, I don't get it. And I was like,
You're
come on!
"Why?" Yeah. Oh god, it's such a frustrating moment where you're like, this is,
Yeah.
you're gonna love this, and then they're like, have an emotional experience.
Someone the other day tried to tell me that Goonies doesn't stand the test of time.
I just watched it the other day.
I love that
Still
movie.
is
Yeah.
good. The only thing I never understood about that movie is I forget what the whole contraption is actually called.
Oh, kind of the Rube Goldberg?
Rube Goldberg.
Yeah.
What I-
The door, yeah.
The door. What always bothered me about that was that before junk
Yeah, mouth.
came, Mouth didn't even need to go through it.
Right.
He just got through right, and it was just
Right.
like, oh, and then all of a sudden they had to do that to
I
open
know.
the gate.
It also doesn't make sense that they have that in their yard. It would seem like something Data
Data
would
would
have in
have.
his
Yeah,
yard.
there's no reason
Yeah.
unless Data built it for
Or, yeah.
them.
Bad character choice.
Yeah. On second thought, Goonies
Sucks!
Is that a rabbit you're talking? You just happen to see me.
Butter joke.
I wonder if I understood what that meant when I was 8 years
Yeah.
old when this came out.
I'm like, hey, that's a rabbit.
That is a rabbit. We just saw it.
Yeah, we just saw that.
Yeah.
That was a rabbit.
She's dumb or you're a bad writer.
I just want to know what is inside of them. If like you cut open a tune,
Yeah.
are they cartoon organs and cartoon blood, or are they just
Ink.
like
Yeah.
thick through? You know, that's another weird thing about the internet is just all of the fan art for cartoon like porn.
Oh, really?
Any cartoon that's out there, odds are somebody's drawn that cartoon naked.
Naked.
Our left can be a very powerful thing. Why, sometimes in life, it's the only weapon we have.
Doesn't he go through a trial or
Yeah, no, he lays down the law. He's
judge, jury,
yeah.
executioner?
He's a tune.
They don't have rights.
Yeah? Nope. Yeah, it looks so much fun to look at.
I know! Oh god, I would walk around with the biggest smile, at least for a week, and then you'd probably get really fucking annoyed.
Oh, look, kitties.
Hi, Tweety.
Well, that's where Tweety Bird lives. You expect him to have a huge mansion.
He's a murderer.
Jumping without a parachute, kinda dangerous, ain't it?
So I can see this from Bugs Bunny. I can't see it from Mickey. This making me think Mickey's a dick.
Which way to go?
I don't know, but hey, where's that way?
I also love that those guys at some point in their career were good at what they did and they actually
Yeah.
killed tunes. Sir Lloyd's been in this movie for like 7 minutes. That's about it.
Did you ever see Camp Nowhere?
I did, but I don't remember it very well. Do you remember Ernest Goes to Camp?
Oh yeah.
I love that. I wanted to be at that camp and like build the shit. Like used to have visions of building that shit.
Oh yeah.
In my backyard. We had this great little town. I lived in this like quaint suburb. There's woods and stuff. And one summer, the 8th grade guys went into the woods and they started building just tree houses. There was like 2 little islands in the middle of this river. And they went out and then they invited some other. And I was like the second wave. So the first island was taken over and they built forts. And they're like, hey, come we build these forts. And they were like, oh yeah, but we bring hammers and nails and wood, cut down trees, built bridges. It was like kind of Lord of the Flies-esque. It started off as like this peaceful community of like just kids pretending in the woods. And, like we voted like mayor's island. And it got to a point where like on the second island, the forts started getting better. Like me and my friend Jimmy's fort was like much better than the other. And one day we came back and our fort was knocked down. And we ended up having like a war meeting at this kid Rob's house, went to his house at night one night and sat around this table outside and had a war meeting about what we were gonna do and how we were gonna fight them. Like,
What was the end result?
I think somebody else knocked another fort down and then like things like really just slowed down like after that. I wish in my mind
talked to anyone since.
like in my mind it's like this amazing like adventure that we had this one summer in the woods. And we go every day. Like and we called it OLF. It was OLF. Our Little Fort was the name of the community. I really wish we had video cameras of like the war council night, like us like pounding the table.
This will not stand!
Exactly.
I will not be the laughing stock of Ulf.
OLF stands for something.
So cartoons have souls.
Yeah.
So do they go to cartoon heaven? Does that mean there's a cartoon god, or is it separate? Is there one god, or is there a cartoon god, a real god, a cartoon heaven, a real heaven?
Did someone have to draw the god too?
To heaven. Whoa. Did man create God?
This creeped me out. This
part?
This part creeped me because
You don't know.
you don't know at this point. It's like a really, really dark
And
way to
it's-
die.
And the way he screams.
Yeah.
Oh.
At least they didn't do any crunching sound.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
How does he do that? He's like the coolest dude ever.
Yeah, and who drew
Yeah.
him?
It's even like cartoon bad guys at this time. They were just like caricatures. They weren't like super evil. And they were usually bumbling.
This guy can make his arm into a
giant radio blade, yeah.
That's the result of a human fucking a cartoon. Is you get a mentally unstable human
Yeah.
slash cartoon.
Don't do it.
That's
So
how
who
he
was his
came
cartoon
about.
father?
Or mother.
Your mother.
Yeah.
I would assume it'd be like most men would fuck more women cartoons than women would fuck
Then
men.
women would
Yeah.
fuck in cartoons.
Maybe that's sexist of me.
Yeah, it is. Cartoon men are pretty muscular.
That's true. Yeah, you can be like perfect.
Yeah, and you gotta think if he can do that with his hand.
Oh.
I wonder, do they have weight?
Is there like a
Yeah,
density?
like does she weigh as much as a woman? Because that woman that size would have some weight to her.
Oh, and then they all come in and look at the dead body.
Yeah. They're just like humans.
I'll tell you one thing, Doc. He wouldn't no rabbit or a duck.
Or a dog. Or a sheep.
Or what that?
Or a puppy.
Come on, Roger, let's go home. I'll bake you a carrot cake.
What does that mean?
She's gonna put a carrot in here.
Wow,
Vagina.
she's gonna. That's.
Yeah. It's like a cream pie.
Oh! Oh, God.
That's all, folks.
So what do you think? Should I keep this? Should I feel like I should keep this at least until I get the DVD.
Yeah.
Well,
Good job.
that was good.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good
I
time.
like that one. I like that film.
Well, hey, this has been VHS or No. We watched Roger Rabbit, and it was awesome.
It was awesome.
I would like to thank my friend Chris Gorton for coming out and watching
Thanks
this
for having me.
wonderful
It
piece.
was lots of fun.
It's good. It's
Yeah,
good time.
lots of
fun.
talking, revealing secrets about our cartoon crushes.
Lots of
and
dirty
Yeah, dirty
shit.
stuff. Yeah, well.
All
That
right.
happens.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Great night.
Bye bye.
Bye now.